Imagine opening your mailbox to find not junk mail, but a crumpled manifesto declaring your backyard paradise, communal overnight, signed by the neighborhood's self-appointed dictator. That's how it started for me, Alex Rivera, in a sleepy suburb where the American dream comes with fine print and a side of passive-aggressive notes. I stood there, chuckling at the absurdity, but deep down, I knew this was war, disguised as community spirit. It all began innocently enough, or so the rumors would have you believe. I'd bought my house in Willow Creek Estates 6 years back, shelling out extra for that sweet sliver of land leading straight to Lake Harmony. The deed was crystal clear. Private access, no ifs, ands, or HOAs about it. But in a neighborhood where mowing your lawn 1 inch too high could spark a witch hunt, peace was always on borrowed time. The whispers started small. Alex is hoarding the lake like it's his personal spa, they'd say at block parties I skipped. I heard it secondhand. Neighbors gossiping over fences, painting me as the selfish recluse who'd moved from the city and didn't get suburban harmony. Me? I was just a graphic designer working from home, minding my own business after a messy divorce that left me craving solitude. I ignored the stares, the side eyes at the grocery store. Let them talk. I'd earned my quiet trail walks at dawn, watching the mist rise off the water like therapy I didn't have to pay for. Then came the letter. Folded crudely, no envelope, just shoved in like an afterthought. Dear Mr. Rivera, it read in that pretentious Times New Roman font. In the interest of equitable community usage and fostering neighborly bonds, your exclusive lake trail will henceforth be designated as shared property. Sincerely, Patricia Patty Hargrove, HOA President. I nearly spat out my coffee. Equitable? The woman who'd once find a family for a pink flamingo lawn ornament was lecturing me on fairness? I crumpled it up, tossed it in the recycling, and called my buddy from law school, now a real estate attorney. Alex, this is gold. He laughed over the phone after scanning the deed. They've got no claim. It's yours, surveyed and stamped. But watch your back. These HOA types thrive on intimidation. He was right. Patty Hargrove wasn't just president. She was the queen bee of busybodies, a mid-50s divorcee with a perm that screamed, "I manage people for fun," and a smile that hid teeth sharper than her bylaws. The next morning, I spotted them from my kitchen window. Patty and her entourage, 2 women in matching cardigans. Let's call them Marge and Doris, huddled at the edge of my fence like they were casing a joint. Patty clutched her ever-present clipboard, her bob haircut so precise it could calibrate a level. I stepped out, coffee mug in hand, playing it cool. Morning, ladies. Admiring the view, Patty straightened up, her lips pursing into that faux polite grimace. Alex, good to see you. We're here about the path. It's time we opened it up for everyone. Think of the children, they deserve lake access too. Her voice dripped with that saccharine concern, like she was saving puppies, not eyeing my property. Marge nodded vigorously, her pearls clacking. It's about community, dear. You've had it all to yourself for years. Selfish, really. I leaned on the fence, sipping slowly. Funny, my deed says otherwise. Paid a premium for it. But if you're so keen on sharing, why not open your pool to the block? I hear it's Olympic-sized. Patty's eyes narrowed, that telltale twitch in her jaw. This isn't about me. Natural resources shouldn't be gated off. Un-American, I shrugged. Then take it to court. Sue me, she huffed, scribbling something on her clipboard like it was a death warrant, and they marched off, heels clicking on the pavement. That's when the petty parade began. Violation notices flooded my mailbox like confetti from hell. Lawn exceeds regulation height by 0.5 inches. Mine was manicured. Visible recycling bins detract from curb appeal. They were behind a screen. Unauthorized garden gnome promotes whimsy over uniformity. That was a gift from my sister. A tiny solar-powered elf that lit up at night. Cute, right? Not in Patty's dystopia. Each notice came with a fine, escalating like a bad credit card debt. I paid them at first, grumbling, but inside, I was cataloging every absurdity. They wanted to smoke me out, force me to share or sell. Fat chance. Fed up, I did what any red-blooded spite machine would. I fortified. Hired a crew to install a sleek 6-foot wrought iron gate at the trailhead. Painted matte black to blend with the shadows. Concrete posts sunk deep, and a biometric lock only I could open. Topped it with a sign, private property. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Smile, you're on camera. I even added a fake owl decoy for that extra touch of, don't mess with me. 2 days later, Patty was back, this time in a pantsuit that screamed boardroom bully, flanked by her minions. She rattled the gate like a caged animal. This is preposterous. Alex, you're dividing the neighborhood, her voice echoed, drawing curious glances from passing joggers. I strolled out, phone recording discreetly in my pocket. Dividing? Patty, this is my land. Verified by the county. You're the one turning it into a spectacle. She waved her clipboard like a scepter. We're a community. This gate is an eyesore, a symbol of greed. Remove it, or face consequences. I crossed my arms. Consequences? Like more fines for my impeccable lawn? Go ahead. I've got a lawyer on speed dial. She stormed off, muttering about legal recourse, but I knew her bluff. She had no ground, literally. Then inspiration struck, laced with delicious irony. I posted on the neighborhood app, exclusive lake access passes available. Limited spots. One-time fee for select neighbors. Within hours, DMs poured in. People tired of Patty's reign. Folks who'd whispered support but feared her wrath. I vetted them carefully, written agreements, for $100 a pop for a key fob that granted temporary access. Not about the money, it was about flipping the script. 10 takers in the first day, cash in hand, grins wide as they signed waivers acknowledging it was private land. The backlash was swift and hilariously predictable. A knock at dawn. A city inspector in a rumpled uniform, badge gleaming. Mr. Rivera, complaint about monetizing public access. I invited him in. Showed the deed. The survey pins glowing under my flashlight. See? Private. They're harassing me. He nodded, eyeing the gate. You're clear. But these complaints. Same phrasing, different names. Smells fishy. I smirked. HOA special. Monday. I dug deeper. Called zoning. Got copies of the reports. Identical typos. Exclusive instead of exclusive. Addresses traced to Patty's cronies. Fraud? Oh, yes. I forwarded it all to a fraud specialist attorney, who whistled low. This could be criminal. Falsifying city docs ain't petty. Game on. One key buyer, a burly mechanic named Tom, showed up sheepish. Patty ambushed me at the gas station. Said if I use the path, she'll yank my guest parking spots. Called me a traitor to unity. I laughed. Did you record it? He grinned, pulling out his phone. Every word. The audio was gold. Patty's voice, shrill and sanctimonious. You're colluding with that hoarder. We'll reassess your dues. Make your life hell. Threats. Clear as day. I packaged it up, audio, fakes, deeds, and filed with the ethics board. The hearing was a circus in a stuffy city hall room. Me and my lawyer, binder in tow. Across, Patty in a power blazer, Marge fidgeting, Gordon, the silent treasurer type, dozing. The officer, Ms. Lee, played the tape. Silence hit like a brick. Ms. Hargrove, did you submit false names? Patty, chin lifted. For the greater good. Placeholders. My lawyer, that's fraud 101. Referral to prosecutors. Unanimous. The emergency HOA meeting was pure theater. Clubhouse packed. Air thick with whispers. Patty at the podium. Misinformation abounds. A guy in back. Like your fake complaints? Chaos. I stood. Motion to recall the board. Abuse. Fraud. Retaliation. Seconded instantly. Vote. 62-10 for ouster. Patty's face? Priceless. Red as her lipstick. Storming out mid-tally. But tyrants don't quit. Weeks later, my neighbor Lila, parrot on shoulder, whispered, fake eviction letters hitting mailboxes. From a law firm, that's a mailbox store. Scans online. Aggressive legalese targeting key holders only. Watermark, Patty's old newsletter design. P.O. Box traced to Gordon via a dummy LLC. Paid from frozen HOA funds. Bank confirmed. Unauthorized wires to Harmony Legal Aid. Non-existent. Police station next. Detective Ruiz. This is mail fraud. Embezzlement. Raids followed. Gordon's house gutted of tech. Patty dragged out yelling about rights. Charges. Misappropriation. Impersonation. Extortion. The class action suit ballooned. 35 residents strong. I helped organize, but filed my own for defamation. Court day. An old-timer, Mrs. Ellis, dropped the bomb, decades-old minutes showing Patty's vendetta against the trail since her secretary days. Personal grudge, not policy. Judge, restitution, bans, community service. State got involved. Inspector Hale revealed a network of shady consultants laundering through HOAs. My testimony cracked it wide. Indictments flew, wire fraud, conspiracy. The consultant firm vanished like smoke. We formed a coalition, auditing vendors, exposing rackets. Refunds came, transparency rules locked in. The trail, permanent easement on my deed. We added a bench, defended, not donated. Patty's sentencing, 20 months, no probation. Judge, you didn't serve, you schemed. Gordon house arrested, Marge fined. The lake whispers now, bench full of stories. But was I the villain for gatekeeping, or the hero for exposing the rot? You tell me, is community worth the price of freedom, or just code for control?